welcome back to Oakley Hour. Today we have Moomin House, issue number 86. So zooming on along now, almost caught up. So today we will be building the boathouse pier, basically. It's called a boardwalk. There you go. Or a pier. And then it says boardwalk. Anyway. So I'd imagine we're going to dye this, but before we get that far, let's have a look. So, let's get it in focus. Animal heroes. So today we're looking at animal heroes. Oh, we've got lots of different ones. Got puppy, got Edward. Oh, it's a sea lion. Cow. Also got some dolphins. Helicopter. Well, okay, that's not an animal. All right. A bat certainly is. Horses. And then we have a snake at the bottom. Okay, and it's a sea snake, so an eel, basically. And then we also have how Moomin Papa collected wood to build the boathouse. So it talks all about the boathouse, and I'm guessing they go fishing from there. That would be my guess, but I don't know. And then we have our instructions. Let's see, we are dyeing it, or painting it. And these are the colour scheme that you want. I'm actually just going to dye mine so it will match the rest of the house. I mean, certainly take that information. And that's it. So let's get on. Let's see what we have and get it into some sort of order. Turn to the right page. And hopefully this one might be quite a quick one because we've had quite a few long ones, haven't we now? So we are going to have the main pier here. And we actually put all this together, I believe, before we dye it. I'm just going to see if it would be easier to do it the other way around. To dye all the pieces first. Rather than doing that, and if it's going to be harder to get into the nooks and crannies. Alright. I think so. I think it's going to be harder to do it once it's done. So I am going to get these pieces cut out, and then I will go and grab my crocodile clips and we would dye them. I'm sure you've seen some of my other videos, so you know what I do, but I will show you on the main piece because it doesn't take but a moment. It's really quick. Oh, need to go and get my gloves. Can't have all the mess that I had like I was doing those spring onions. Yeah. So I always protect myself. The fun thing is I always protect myself, like for dyeing and things like that. And then I go and get the spring onions and don't think about the paint all over my hands. It wasn't too bad to come off in reality. It's probably still wet though. But I think this is going to be an easier way to do this. And it takes, because it's dye, it takes a moment to dry. Because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to have a walkway done with this, and that is going to balance on top of it. So then you've got to get all the bits underneath plus on top. And I can see on these long pieces that there is a difference between the two ends, so this one is a lot longer than this one. So, and this has a bow in it. I can see it has a bow in it. Do they both have a bow in it? Are they meant to have a bow in it? I reckon they might. They both have a bow in the same place around here. So let me get my crocodile clips and get my dye ready, and we will get going. Right, put way too much dye in. But never mind. Always do that. So I'm only going to use crocodile clips for these small parts, and all I'm talking about then is these, which I have a stand to put them in. Just makes it a little bit easier to hold. Alright, so go with the grain as such, or the design in this case. Hello, puppy. Bear with, she wants something. Alright, sorry about that. Not 100% what she wants. I just stirred up her food because she hasn't long been fed. And she hadn't really eaten it all. And by the time we have dyed everything, it will all be dry, because it's dries really fast. You know, and the funny thing is, I got out the piece of paper that I use for dyeing, and I started using this one. Right, and then the back of it, I like my greaseproof paper. Well, I guess we got two. And this one doesn't really have any grains. As I say, it doesn't need a lot, and you can rub it straight off, so it's not a big deal. This does look quite straightforward, doesn't it? Let me get the edges here. I shouldn't say things like that. Every time I say that, it goes massively wrong. And then just dry it off. And I will get on and do all the rest. And by the time those are done, this will be dry, because it really doesn't take that long. Okay, let's put that on some paper. Right. Alright, so I can understand why they get you to dye it, probably if you're painting it, because of residue and things like that. Because I dyed it rather than painted it, you don't really have that problem. So that's what I'm going with. So first of all, we have to make sure they are the same way, and we're going to start with one. Doesn't really matter which one, I don't think. No, I don't think it does at all. And we are going to put in 3 of the cross beams, and it doesn't matter which way round those go. Just using wood glue for this. If I can get any out, rather than bubbles. It wants to give me bubbles right now. There we go. It's a bit better now. I've got too much. I'll put these, I'm going to put 3 in evidently. So all the way, just make sure that you are not doing them where there's notches. This one. I also quite like the dye. I mean, it's pretty easy. It goes an awful long way. I mean, I've had it forever. Well, probably not forever. Right, this is one of these is what I found my puppy eating the other day. So although it's not gonna particularly leave a mark, they're not the best really. They're alright. Though it's not particularly gonna leave that much of a residue. You want to get off as much as you can. And I also have cotton buds. It doesn't get into the corners, cotton buds. So that's one. Just got to make sure I throw them in the bin so the puppy can't get them and try and eat them. Okay, that's good enough. Throw those away. So once those are in, then we are going to put cross beam, another beam, and this time it's going to go at the top. Why wouldn't you have done that first? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever why you would not have done that at the same time. They actually make it as at the left end of the long beam, attach another cross beam. Why wouldn't they have done that at the same time? It's got me. I don't know the answer to this question. And you want to make sure it's pushed all the way back and that there's still a gap at the end, like so. The purple thing. And then we do one at the other end, the far end, the narrower one, which won't have any left over. And these are all crossbeam B, they're called. Okay, and leave that like so, and then match them up. So you're going to put the other side on, making sure that the slots here are pointing in the same direction. You know what, it really helps if I put glue on there to do something. Putting it everywhere but where I want it. I want a little bit on the tabs. if it was only one side. Put those in. I mean, with these applicators you can put less in. I think I just have a bit of a heavy hand when it comes to putting things together like that. And I'm gonna sit mine on the side to do so, because I think it'd probably be easier. And making sure that those slots are both in the same direction, so mine are both upwards. And one on the top here, which doesn't want to go in so much. There we go. Make sure that those are snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. Not 100% sure where that saying came from or what it means. I'm sure one of you guys can tell me actually. Just make sure that that top one's really pushed down well. Okay, then we're going to put this piece here at the bottom like so. And the ends protrude a little bit higher, it says. So that we don't have to be surprised and think it doesn't fit right. Doesn't matter which way round it goes, and it does protrude higher. You can see, I think there. Can you see there? It's just slightly higher. There you go. Then we are going to I don't see red lines. Thin red lines align with the edge. I don't have any red lines. Never had any red lines in the first place. Did I have to paint them red? No. Alright, so what am I doing? I'm trying to find the cross bit to do. I don't know where this red came from. Okay, so basically we're going to glue all the way along. That one's not even in. And then we will be clamping. We like clamping. Haven't done any clamping whatsoever. We use wood glue, just go all along. Again, it's like me doing double yellow lines all over again. Can't do a straight line. I'm just going to get this glued. Alright, and all we are going to do is to this end where we've got lots of things and put this on here, making sure that this one is the other side, I guess, something like that. They're all the way down, so now this will marry up with that, and we're going to clamp that and let it dry. Alright, I think that has had long enough. This is really going to be a very quick issue. So, a lot of clamps on here. There is a gap, sorry, there is a gap at both ends, this end plus the other end, so you know it's meant to be there. And they also say that if you painted it, you can also paint another coat to give it more definition. Because it's varnished, it kind of has done that anyway. And you might want to add a bit of green to that colour that I showed you for the sides here to give it a slightly different thing. Anyway, turn this upside down. All of these have little notches, and we are going to put in 4 each side. So start closest to me, like so, and all the way around, so there'll be 8, and then this is the issue actually done. We can have a look at what is going to be coming up. Being really dense on how this goes in, you know. My brain is not computing. It's not even that difficult. It's starting to get dark in here. I have to turn the light on. And they're all meant to be the same size, but this one doesn't. It seems bigger. I'm sure it's just me. Let me do the ones closest to me. That makes more sense. This one really does seem a bit bigger than the others, though. There we go. Just needed me to pick it up and have a really good look. I'm not going to worry about removing the wood glue on this. And more on this side, so it's 4 on each side, and that makes your pier in issue 91. We get to do the ladder. That would be fun. Right, it says issue 91. I actually thought I'd seen it already. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Like I said, I didn't even know there was this pier on there, really. In the Moomin. I guess there is. There we go. And that's it. Just let it all dry, make sure it's all in. This one's still wobbly, so you want to make sure that they're flat up top there. And that they're all straight. I mean, how can they not be straight? They're shaped, but they don't appear to be. Stop touching. Alright, so that's it for this one. So if you're painting, like I say, you can carry on, you can do some highlights like they've got here on the steps to make it look more realistic, they say, and also on the sides by mixing a bit of green with it, with the original colours. So that is number 86, done and dusted. What do we have coming in 87? Well, let's move my glues and my clamps. That would be a good thing. That was quite quick, wasn't it? Oh, well. It's nice sometimes to have a very quick one. Okay, 87 we have. I have no idea. Oh, no. 2 windows. Oh, we get the herbs to make. That would be interesting. So we'll see what we're going to be doing with that. I don't know what it's providing. I don't know if it's providing stuff like this or if we're making it out of clay. Oh, goodness. It says colour the clay as directed. Okay, and those will also hang from the extractor fan above that cooker. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for watching. It was nice to have a quick one for the Moomin house for a change. I do hope you are enjoying the build. It is quite detailed, but it's quite rewarding in what you get at the end of it, to seeing it all built up and things like that and going together. My walls actually do look, I mean, they're obviously not properly installed, but they do look pretty good on the house, and that's without any of the covering or the windows in. Come to that, they're not in. But yes, please do like and subscribe. You'll see when there are other videos on their way. And also it really helps the channel for me to keep purchasing models for you guys to hopefully enjoy. And yeah, mostly of all, take care of yourself. You can leave me a comment or send me an email at opallyhour@outlook.com. But take care of you, like I say, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.